Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome to a random review with me. I am Random Ross, and today I review Toy Story 4. So this is the fourth installment in the Toy Story franchise, and it is directed this time by Josh Cooley, starring Tom Hanks, Tim Allan, Annie Potts, Tony Hale, Keegan-Michael Key, and Jordan Peele. So, and this also features Keanu Reeves and Joan Cusack and Laurie Allen. So, this is the fourth installment in the Toy Story franchise, where, like, a couple years, or a year or so, sometime after Andy parted ways with Woody, Buzz and their other toy friends after he gave them to Bonnie, Bonnie starts preschool, and Woody gives her, looks out for her. Even though she does not play with him, he looks out for her and helps her to make a new friend. That's Forky, made out of a spork, pipe cleaners, some blue tack or gum, and a lollipop stick, and goggly eyes, and super glue. She makes a friend, and he becomes Bonnie's new favourite toy, and Woody does everything he can to look out for Forky, and Forky's only obsessed with being trash because that's how he was made, out of trash. And, before, Bonnie starts preschool, her parents decide to go on a road trip, so they go on a road trip. Woody ends up in this small town where there's a small antique shop, and Woody finds that Bo, Bo Peep from the first two Toy Stories, is in that small town as a lost toy. And adventure and excitement fills from there, and I don't want to give too much away about this, but let's just get into my likes and dislikes. First of all, the likes. I like this film, and I like this. I did like the story and the adventure. I also like the small comic. I like the comic relief as well that was delivered in this, especially with Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele. They played two toys called Ducky and Bunny or something. They played two cuddly toys, and also I liked how we finally got to find out what happened to Bo Peep. Because she wasn't in Toy Story 3, and it wasn't really explained what happened to her. We actually find out in the opening scene what happened to her. Turns out she was given to a new owner after Andy's sister Molly didn't need her anymore. And years later, Woody finds her in an antique... Well, part of her, the lamp piece, in an antique store. And he discovers that she's been living as a lost toy for years. And, Woody, reconnects with her. And the toys all, are brought along on the road trip along with Forky, and Woody realises how important Forky is to Bonnie, and that's all Woody wants to do, fulfill his job as a good toy, even though he doesn't get played with, but all the other toys do. So I liked Tom Hanks' performance in this as Woody, and Tim Allan as Buzz Lightyear, and many other things in there, including Key and Peele's voice acting in this. I also like that this didn't really have an evil protagonist in it. I mean, it sort of was going to, but they didn't go in that direction at all. We didn't get an evil toy in this, like Prospector or the bear. What's his name now? Oh God, Lotso. In this, we sort of did have a protagonist, but all she wanted to do was to be owned and played with and loved by a kid. Which, of course, in the end she did do. I won't say what, Gabby, but I won't say any more on that. I also liked, just, it's like, like I've said before in my previous reviews, Toy Story is a big part of my childhood, and like I said, I felt like the franchise has grown up with me. The franchise has also grown up too. And a lot of people of my generation, in fact, when I went into the cinema to see this film, there were a lot of young people in their 20s and 30s that were watching it because they've grown up too, watching it like I have. And I was thinking, yeah, everyone's inner child, is there, like mine. That's what I felt. The 5-year-old me was like there thinking, hey, like for me it was a nice trip down memory lane, revisiting all our favourite characters. And this also, again, like Toy Story 3, had an emotional farewell. Yeah, it did. I won't give away anything about it because it's still fairly new and I want to keep this as spoiler free as possible. But there was a tearful, emotional goodbye in it. I will admit, I actually had a tear run down my face watching it, because it's like, yeah, I don't want to tell you exactly what happened, but it's an emotional farewell scene, and for me watching this series from the very beginning, all those years ago, it's like, parting ways. I think one thing I get from these last 2 installments of the Toy Story films is letting go. It's like you outgrow your toys, and it's like you cannot let them go, but you must let them go because it's like maybe they brought you good childhood memories, and it's time for them to do the same for some other kids, like I had with my toys in the past. I just liked the emotional farewell, especially the farewell Woody makes in this, and Buzz. Yeah. It got really, like I say, it was like mixed emotions, sad and happy at the same time. And I will admit, there's one toy here. In fact, I've got a toy here. This is Kelly the crocodile. I've had this toy since I was a baby, and I don't think I'll ever part ways with it. It has been with me every night, even though I don't really sleep with it anymore. I used to sleep with it at night, every night in my bed. And for about my 28 years of living, this is one toy I've never parted ways with, and I don't think I can now. It's my toy crocodile. It's old and tattered, but I still keep it with me. It's like my best friend in so many ways. I don't know if this is sad what I'm saying, but it's like I have an attachment to this toy and I will never let it go. Even though I don't sleep with it anymore because I don't want to risk getting it crushed or ripped or torn or anything, I've still kept it with me. And say hello, Kelly. For all I know, he could come to life with a few other cuddly toys that I still have, which aren't as special to me as this one is, Kelly the crocodile. Yeah. It's just this film. It had good comedy and good adventure in it, but I also, get the whole farewellness in it. It's like, you see, for me, it's like Kelly, who I just showed you. He's got a friend in me. Woody and Buzz, even I had them as toys as a kid. I mean, I don't play with any anymore, and I still have them. They're up in the loft in boxes, kept safe, because they could be worth quite a lot now. But yeah, it's just, I guess the whole message behind the Toy Story films is that there is a time where you have to grow up and put your toys away, but not forget them. Just as long as you remember the good times you had with them, that's okay. And it's like, see, to live is one big adventure, and you got to keep moving forward. Just as long as you remember the good times you've had in life, and keep remembering them and live on, because, well, it's just saying, toys may be able to last forever, or they may not last forever. Either way, it's just, I don't know, it's just, I've had such mixed feelings about this Toy Story 4, watching the ending and stuff, but yeah, it was an emotional ride for me. I'll leave it there, because I think I've drowned on a bit now with that. So dislikes, I haven't got to them. I do have some errors with this film. I didn't like how Buzz wasn't as much of a main character as he was in the first dozen. You see, in the first Toy Story, he was Andy's new toy, and stuff, and by the second film, Buzz was like, Woody's best buddy and went all out to save him, and the same in Toy Story 3. In this, though, I feel that Buzz just didn't have a lot of screen time. I felt like a lot of the screen time was focused on Woody and his friendship with Forky, and his relationship, his past with Bo, and it didn't really focus much on Buzz and the other toys. I mean, yeah, I feel they didn't get as much screen time as Woody did. It's like this was all focused on Woody, and what it's like for him as he's been moved from Andy to Bonnie. I just feel like, Buzz just didn't feel as much of a main character in it as he did all the others. I didn't like that, how Buzz just felt like a secondary character. And like I said, I think a lot of the screen time was focused on Woody. But still, this is a good film. It is a good film for the kids, and it's a good film to revisit your childhood with, revisiting childhood characters such as Woody, Buzz, Mr. Potato Head, Ham, Rex, Slinky, Mrs. Potato Head, Jessie, Bullseye, all them toys. And yeah, it was a great film, but like I said, not a lot of screen time for Buzz and the other characters like there were in the previous films. But yeah, I like that I just like this film. Was it as good as the first three? I would say not. I'm going to do a ranking of these 4 films. But yeah, Toy Story 4. Was it a necessary sequel? Yeah. I mean, I don't think we needed a 4th one, but it was good to have it tie the loose ends on what happened with Bo Peep and her sheep. And her sheep actually have names in this. Yeah, Billy, Goat and Gruff. Like the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. So yeah, the cinematography was good, the story was good. It's just like, a lot of screen time on Woody and Forky and Bo. Lacked a bit with Buzz and the other characters, but it was a good film and I enjoyed it a lot. So with all that being said, I think I will give Toy Story 4, I'll give this a 4. Yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 for Toy Story 4. So that has been my review on Toy Story 4. Have you seen this one yet? Let me know down in the comments below. We could have a discussion. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are down below in the description, along with my other channels. I have a horror channel if you're interested in horror, and a Doctor Whovian channel if you're interested in Doctor Who. All linked down below or in the cards above here. Feel free to check them out and subscribe if you like those. So yeah, that's it for this random review on Toy Story 4. So until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye.